Once upon a time, in the lush and vibrant Polynesian island of Motunui, a young girl named Mona lived with her people. Mona was a curious and adventurous soul, always drawn to the sparkling waters that surrounded her home. She loved to listen to the tales of her grandmother, Tala, who told her stories of the great voyages and navigators of the past. But her father, Chief Tui, had forbidden anyone from venturing beyond the reef that protected their island, fearing the dangerous unknown that lay beyond. Mona's heart was torn between her love for her people and her fascination with the ocean. She often found herself wandering to the shore, gazing longingly at the horizon. One day, as she stood on the beach, the ocean seemed to beckon her with its gentle waves and melodious whispers. Mona felt an inexplicable connection, as if the water itself were alive and calling her name. Mona, the ocean whispered, "Come to me." Mona's eyes widened in astonishment. She took a tentative step forward, her feet sinking into the wet sand. The ocean responded by sending a wave to caress her toes, its touch warm and inviting. Over time, Mona's bond with the ocean grew stronger, and she began to secretly practice sailing in a small boat, learning to navigate the waters and read the stars. She was determined to prove herself to her father and make him see that the ocean wasn't their enemy but a friend that could provide for their people. One night, as Mona was stargazing on the beach, she noticed a mysterious constellation unlike any she had seen before. It was a pattern of 7 bright stars forming the shape of a spiral shell. Tala's stories flooded back to her, and she realized that this constellation was the symbol of Tefiti, a goddess who had created all life in the Pacific Islands by using her heart, a powerful green stone called the Heart of Tefiti. Mona decided to visit her grandmother, Tala, to ask about the significance of this discovery. Tala greeted her with a knowing smile and began to explain the legend of Tefiti and the heart. Long ago, the heart had been stolen by the demigod Moi, causing environmental chaos and darkness to spread across the ocean. Tefiti's heart was lost, and without it, the islands were slowly dying. Tala told Mona that she was chosen by the ocean to restore the heart of Tefiti and save their people. However, Mona would have to leave Motunui and embark on a perilous journey to find Moi and convince him to return the heart. Mona was overwhelmed by the enormity of the task, but she couldn't ignore the call of destiny. With Tala's guidance and the ocean's blessing, she began to prepare for her journey. She fashioned herself a small boat, gathered supplies, and bid a tearful farewell to her parents and the people of Motunui. As Mona sailed away from her beloved island, the journey was far from easy. She faced treacherous storms, towering waves, and moments of doubt when she felt utterly alone in the vastness of the ocean. But the ocean, her constant companion, always guided her through the toughest trials. After weeks at sea, Mona encountered the shape-shifting demigod Moi on a distant island. He was a brash and arrogant figure who cared only for himself and his own fame. Convinced that the heart was the key to acquiring more power, Moi had no intention of returning it to Te Fiti. Mona's determination and courage were put to the test as she engaged in a battle of wits and strength with Moi. She managed to outsmart him and secure the heart, but the encounter left her boat severely damaged and stranded on a remote island. Moi, too, found himself powerless and trapped. With time running out and Te Fiti's darkness closing in on the world, Mona and Moi realized they had no choice but to work together. They repaired her boat, formed an unlikely alliance, and embarked on a daring journey to Te Fiti's island. During their voyage, Mona and Moi faced numerous challenges. They encountered the Kakamora, mischievous coconut pirates who sought to steal the heart. They navigated the perilous realm of Lalutai, the realm of monsters, where they confronted a giant crab named Tamatoa, who possessed a shiny collection of treasures, including Moi's magical fishhook. Through their trials and adventures, Mona and Moi began to understand each other better. Moi, initially driven by his desire for fame, came to recognize the importance of selflessness and responsibility. Mona, in turn, learned the true power of believing in herself and following her heart. As they approached Te Fiti's island, they were met with a daunting sight. Te Fiti, in her enraged form known as Te Kevit Macron, guarded the island fiercely. She was a massive, fiery creature, surrounded by a swirling tempest of darkness. Mona and Moi knew that returning the heart would be their most challenging task yet. Mona bravely approached Te Kevit Macron, holding out the heart and singing a song of hope and healing. As she did, she revealed the truth about Te Kevit Macron's origin, that she was not a destructive force by nature, but had become so after her heart was stolen. Te Kevit Macron hesitated, recognizing the heart. Mona's song reached deep within her, and slowly, the fiery exterior began to crack and dissolve. With one final, powerful burst of light, Te Kevit Macron was transformed back into Te Fiti, a gentle and radiant goddess. Mona placed the heart back into Te Fiti's chest, and the goddess's healing power spread throughout the ocean, restoring life to the islands and dispelling the darkness. The world was reborn, and the Pacific Islands flourished once more. As a token of gratitude, Te Fiti rewarded Mona by making her a wayfinder, a navigator with the ability to guide her people across the ocean safely. Mona's journey had not only saved her people but also helped her discover her true identity and purpose. With the heart of Te Fiti restored, Moi also found redemption. He returned to his demigod form and resumed his role as a protector of the islands, vowing to use his powers for the greater good. Mona and Moi said their farewells and parted ways, both forever changed by their adventure. Mona sailed back to Motunui, bringing the knowledge of wayfinding and a newfound connection with the ocean. She reunited with her family and the people of her island, and together they embraced the ocean as an integral part of their culture. Chief Tui, once fearful of the ocean, now saw the wisdom in Mona's journey and the importance of understanding and respecting the natural world. Motunui prospered as its people rediscovered their seafaring heritage, and the reef that had once confined them became a gateway to new horizons. Mona's tale became a legend passed down through generations as a reminder of the power of courage, self discovery, and the enduring bond between humanity and nature. And Mona, the girl who dared to follow her heart and the call of the ocean, continued to sail the seas, exploring new worlds and sharing her wisdom with those who would listen. Forever guided by the spirit of adventure.